Hello. So, update. We've actually had a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I didn't really have time to do any videos. Surprise. So, we had one kiddo leave on Monday. Today is Thursday. On Monday, we had a kiddo move to another home, in like an intensive care home, because he wasn't really doing well here, and he had some pretty significant behaviors that we weren't able to manage in this setting. So on Monday, he left and went to his new home that seems to be doing well. Caleb, don't throw rocks. So he left on Monday. On Monday, I guess I had like this super strong urge to go to a support group that is in a neighboring town. It's about an hour away. But I was like, we should go to that group. Like, I've never been to it. We've never even wanted to go to it before. We don't really go to the groups for whatever reason. But for some reason, that Monday, I was like, we need to go to this group. So we packed our kids up. We got in the car. We went to the group. We got there, and there's nobody else there but us. The woman that was leading the meeting was there, but as far as other foster parents, there were no other foster parents there. But there was a group of three little girls. They were just sort of doing their own little thing over in the corner. So we start the meeting, and we're just talking about our situation, and a woman comes in maybe halfway in, and she's a foster parent, and I hadn't met her before, but she came in, and apparently she knew who I was because I am active on like a forum that we were both on, and she said hi, and we introduced ourselves. And she was really struggling, just with her morale as far as like taking on kids, and she was having a hard time managing, having children, because she didn't have any biological children, so she went from no kids to 3 kids, and she was just having a hard time with that. So my husband and I just sort of did our best to help her emotionally and fill her bucket, and so the kids go to another place while we're having the meeting, and at the end of the meeting, we just sort of eat, and the kids hang out with us, and her foster kiddos came down, and they were in love with the baby, and really seemed to gravitate towards me and Jacob, and our family, and so we were just talking to them, and they were really sweet, and I was like, they're really cute little girls, and then we left and got into the van, and we got into the van to leave, and I told Jake, I'm like, we're going to end up with those ones. I had a feeling that those ones, they were in some capacity, they were going to pop back up in our lives. And Jake goes, okay, because I say that kind of stuff a lot. And so that was all Monday night. So Tuesday I broke my phone and had to get a new phone. So it was like Tuesday evening when I was in bed that I was able to set up like everything on the phone, so my email and all of that. I checked my email in bed, and there was a message from my worker asking if we would take a 10-year-old girl. And I didn't respond because we're actually still cleaning up a lot of damage that was done from the kiddo that left on Monday. So, given it was it wasn't even 24 hours later, but we're still trying to get our house back in order from that. So I didn't respond. And then Wednesday morning, I get a phone call from another worker that we have a kiddo placed with us. It's the kids worker. And she asked me if I got the email, and I said I did get the email, and I'm like, but I have something I need to say before you, because they have like this spiel that they give you when they call about kids replacement. I'm like, let me just say my piece, and then you can go on with yours. I said, so Monday, I basically just recapped. Monday, we went to a meeting. I felt strongly we needed to go. We went to the meeting. I met these little girls. We helped encourage this foster mom. And then when I left with the feeling that we were going to have these kiddos in our lives in some capacity. I'm like, and now it's your turn to talk. And so the social worker started to talk, and she told me that the kids that were the 10-year-old was the sister of the little girls that I met at the meeting. And I was like, okay. So these pieces are unfolding. Hold on. Caleb, stop. These pieces are coming together, and I'm just going with it at this point. I've learned in this journey of foster care that you really, if it falls into place for you that easily, it's meant to be. You're supposed to be doing it. There's no sense in fighting it. I kind of feel like being a foster parent in general is you gotta have a tinge of crazy. So it's not like, oh wow, we're gonna end up with more kids. It's like, yeah, we are, because that's what we've decided. So I guess and I haven't responded yet. Today is Thursday. I haven't given an okay to whether or not we're going to take the 10-year-old, but the two girls that we met at the meeting, it's sounding like they're going to need placement as well. So it's actually a sibling set of 4, but one is in a stable placement, and the other 3 are not. Let me just recap the numbers in the house. 2 bios, 4 pre-adoptive with 1 on the way, making 5, and 1 foster. That's what we have in our house right now. 7. We have 7 in our house right now, full term. This would be 7 plus 4, and then whenever the baby comes, another 1. But I've like I said, I've gotten to the point where I've stopped fighting this. Our path is sort of predestined when it comes to this, and when we got into it, we knew that we have a large home and we have the mental capability to do stuff that other people can't do, and I think that this is it. I think that we are meant to take these girls, and I was put in a place, in a situation at the right time for a reason. So I'm feeling very strongly that this is something that we're supposed to take on, even though that sounds crazy. So today my husband is getting supplies to make bunk beds, like loft bunk beds, and I think we're going to put them in 3 of the rooms. And they actually are super cute. We'll see how it goes, but he'll probably bang that out today, and then by probably tonight we might have at least 1 more, maybe 3 more, maybe none. I don't know, but I just wanted to come on and update about that it's funny how you end up in scenarios that you never would have thought you would even have to think about, and then you're put in them and you don't even think twice about being like, yep, that's what I'm supposed to do. Yes, I say yes to this crazy train of too much laundry and all sorts of chaos. I say yes to it because I'm supposed to.